We are all someone, doing something, somewhere. But what does where mean, and what does it need to do when we interact with it using our senses? At a very basic level, where we are, needs to provide us with our ability to firstly survive. We use our senses to ensure that we can safely take on fuel to allow us to see tomorrow. From there we use our senses of sight, hearing and smell to primarily assess out environment for predators, again, so that we get the chance to see tomorrow. We are constantly trying to make sense of our immediate surroundings, and this takes up the vast majority of our cognitive abilities, and our sense of everything else is very limited at this stage. But over time we begin to establish routines that allow us to transition from making to having a sense of safety and security. This allows us to use our senses in different ways and gain a sense of everything else. We can combine senses to create new sensations. Think of how the effect of taste and smell, taste and sound, taste and touch is different when you have the environment to savor it. A growing sense of everything else develops having a set of emotional senses, so having a sense of well-being, community, self-awareness, and abilities. In developing these over time, the sense of survival, safety, and security diminishes as a stable environment is being created. Until an entity arrives. Whether it is real, perceived, biological, ideological, environmental, the list can feel endless. On arrival, it can, or, perhaps others, can immediately demand that we have to go back to making sense of what has happened and understand the effect on our everything else. This in turn quickly resorts back to us making sense of our own safety and security, and does it impact our chances of seeing tomorrow, but does it have to? Whenever someone does something, somewhere, no matter how large or small the endeavor, in order to succeed, it is everyone's responsibility to rationalize the threat that allows someone to have a sense of safety and security, and to act accordingly to minimize the threat from other people, processes, and environments. As when they do, great things can and do happen, the best of which is giving others the ability to have that growing sense of everything else as well.